This is actually happening. I never thought that I'd actually pull through, but you know what? I guess I'm feeling generous today. Ugh. Oh, this is gonna be difficult, isn't it? I gotta do a talking stream. I have no water, and for the last couple days, I've been doing non-stop singing and accents. And also, just a little disclaimer, if I start talking like a little bit weird, just know that that is not on purpose. Alright, now it's on purpose, just to show you what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is I've been trying to develop a Russian accent that I could just switch to. Oh, we have one viewer. I'm sure that'll go away. Wait a minute, never mind. That's an actual viewer because my phone is off right now. But I do have a little bit of Propel water, and the reason why it's not drank yet. Uh, Well, I completely froze this one to the point where it was almost bursting. Howdy doody there, Chatterino. I'll check that out in a minute. Let me finish my demonstration. Or talking. Well, basically, a couple of days ago, I froze this water bottle completely to the point where if I didn't take it out, it would have exploded in my freezer. Uh, and then I let it thaw out for 2 entire days. And basically, when I went to sip it, I'm like, well, this doesn't taste the same. It tastes just like funky water. And then when I licked my lips, it felt like I could taste what the artificial flavoring was on my lips. So, yeah, say if you wanna friggin' if your girl's saying that you don't, your lips taste bad, I don't know. Just if you know you're gonna kiss your girlfriend, just 2 days prior, completely freeze some Gatorade Propel, and then let it thaw out for 2 days. Take a sip right beforehand, and then yeah, this is grape. Oh, it's so weird because actually no, you probably shouldn't do it. I just did it. It sort of feels like you have just really sweaty or salty lips. Dang it, I just did it again. Alright, let's go on YouTube. Let's do a mic check. Let's see, what is this? Hey, bro, just hopping in for a sec. Good luck. Thanks, Sam. Uh, I'll be sending you a message later. I need to ask for some permission, and like I see, audio is fine. Couple more things, real quick, before we get into today's stream. Yes, it's late at night. I know I've been doing these streams later at night. That's just for the fact that I've been having hard cases of insomnia recently. Like, literally, I'll lay down to go to bed and I won't fall asleep for at least 4 hours. And, like, it's not like I'm constantly looking at a screen while I'm doing it or I'm dehydrated and stuff. I literally will go and grab glasses of water. I'll literally turn off the phone, like, as soon as I try. And then, even though, it's been 4 hours since I've been staring at blue light, it just doesn't work. So, that's one thing. Second off, I know I've been doing a tiny bit better on consistency. I'm doing at least once every week. Streaming is what I'm talking about. This week, I'm not sure how often I'm going to be doing it, just for the fact, like, I got my friends back. We're hanging out in our little group again. But, what's it called? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I do know. Basically, you guys hit the like goal and the comment goal on my last videos, so as per request, I will start working on that music tomorrow. I probably won't be on very much tomorrow if you're one of my friends watching right now. Uh, the reason being is I've been so utterly tired for the last couple days. Uh, as well as, okay, so I have a lot of in real life stuff to do, such as working on cars. I would like to get my sleep a little bit better, like at least get a nice couple extra hours in the morning, because I've been waking up really early, hopping on the games, doing chores, then going back to games. So I'd like to take a break from playing for a little bit, just to get some extra sleep. that's healthy. I like to get a little bit longer of a workout in. Usually I'll work out for around half an hour. Maybe I'll go for an entire hour. Uh, I'd like to clean my room because it's gotten a little bit messy. And I would like to start working on the song. Heck, who even knows I'd finish it. Um, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to decide doing. I need to hit up my friend Sam. I'm going to ask him if he can make me a beat or if I can use one of the ones he's made and write an entire song. Like, I've written songs in the past. I'm not worried about writing this one. All I gotta make sure is I don't make anything offensive. It's gonna take me, I think tomorrow I'm just gonna listen to the beat. I'm gonna start coming up with some lyrics. The next day I'm gonna try at least finishing the lyrics, and then the day after that is gonna be me like doing the video. I would do it in real life, but I mean, I don't really have the time, money, or space to go filming in real life, so I'm not really gonna be doing that. But so I'm just gonna be doing like a little Minecraft video. The song's not gonna be on Minecraft, like based on Minecraft, but it is going to like be filmed in Minecraft just because it's a little bit easier for me to do that. Um, uh, Depending on the song, if I do something like specific, I'll do something, but and I think the day after that, after I get all the clips together, everything I need, I'll start editing it together. That's how my week's gonna go. So if I'm not really streaming, just know I'm doing what I promised. Also, I'd kind of like to have my own music. Like I said, I want to put some in the background. Now the music video I'm gonna be making is gonna, like I said, I'm probably gonna ask beat ups for a beat because I don't really feel like getting into learning how to make a beat right now. I'll ask him for like a nice beat. He makes really good Jamaican ones. I might use one of those. And then I may start making my own beats that I'll throw up in the background of these streams. Probably just throw it up through my phone. Or I may get my old speaker working again and have it, like, level like usual. But, thank you for listening to all that. Now let's get into the stream. Also, who knows? I may keep up a Russian accent for beginning parts of this. I don't know. I personally feel like if I start talking Russian, just don't get annoyed, please. Hello. Today we are going to be going through Sniper Training Course. As you see by title, Crimson Sniper Training Course, or CSTC. No, that is not a drug. We Russians know very much about all the types of abbreviations for drugs, but that is not one I believe. Don't fact check on that. So good, you clicked on the right video. Now, I'm not telling you you're going to be, as you Americans say, American sniper. You're not going to be hitting people through walls or nothings, but you will be able to compete with friends. So you click on video and you're here saying, why have I been listening to approximately like 5 to 10 minutes of this guy rambling on about music and junk and accents and throats and kissing girlfriends? Well, I'll tell you, that guy is me. Okay, I have been playing Call of Duty since I was 9. I'm 15 now, so I haven't really had that much experience. I've been playing for 6 years. Okay, and so basically, the thing you want to do when you're sniping is follow my tutorials. Good, so you load into Warzone. I'm assuming this is gonna be a Warzone one since you specifically clicked on CSTC Warzone. Crimson Sniper Training Course Warzone. Okay. Also, because of the fact that it is literally free for everyone, not sponsored by the way, don't you try to take that. I am not sponsored by anyone, although I would like it. basically, what it all comes down is it's a free game. Anyone can play it. I've been playing it for a little bit of time, and I know the things that I like about this game. I haven't done too much sniping except for like around season 6. You know, I did tons of sniping around that time, and boy was I good at it. But then I took a long break and yada yada yada. So today I'm gonna be teaching you. So sit down, buckle your pants, get your game ready, get a nice little snack nearby. May I suggest some Mountain Dew Baja Blast? And let's get right into it. So the first most important thing when you're sniping is you want to have something you're comfortable with, something that you really, really like. So I'm gonna go to sniper class. Basically, first thing the sniping. Oh, I have second comment. Someone's appearing incognitos. Let's see, what is second comment? Come on. Also, on a real note, I've been using Google search while doing my Russian accent, and I'm flattered because now I'm getting a bunch of look. What? Look at what? But basically, I started talking in my Russian accent in Google search, like, you know, the voice search. And basically, it uh, it started like putting in my YouTube recommendations like Russian videos. Like, I'm flattered, okay? I appreciate that, you know, my Russian accent isn't horrible. But, you know, I'd like to keep watching my cars and, watching all those custom gun videos and all that shit. Also, De Los Heloskis, I won't be on tomorrow, but thanks for joining stream. I appreciate it. So, I'm gonna go back. Basically, when sniping, you want to have a good sniper, something you're comfortable with. Now, it doesn't have to be under sniper rifle class. You silly Americans, you don't know that not everything that is a sniper has to be labeled sniper. Hell, if you even had semi-automatic assault rifle, that would work too. But you know, because Warzone technically isn't all there in the head, not assault, no assault rifle, you know, not every assault rifle, I should say, is always fully automatic because you can still have an. Oh wait, no, maybe. Sorry, scratch that. You do realize that the word assault rifle comes from the AR. Okay, technically these would just be rifles, so I guess maybe assault. It's a little bit loosey goosey, but in Warzone, all the assault rifles are always fully automatic. Heck, you never know. Maybe the animation isn't there yet, but maybe you're just pulling the trigger lots of times without even realizing it. But basically, when looking for a sniper, I would refer you to go into at least marksman's rifles or sniper rifles, just for the fact, heck, I even from time to time will go into taco rifles because, like I said, semi-automatic can still count. Okay, all it matters is damage and accuracy over long distance. Look, Discord. What? Okay, here, let me go in Discord. Let's see here. Uh, let's see. And I'm Kanye West. Oh, cool beans. That little Dicky guy really knows how to make his music sometimes. And so basically, I would probably, if you went for a tac rifle, go for your Type 63 or DMR 14. These are all Black Ops, in my opinion, and M16 is awesome. Awesome rifle. Okay, you Americans did well with this rifle. But if you are just starting out a game, you get earlier. Oh no, did my stream go down? I can't watch it on mid-stream, Delos. I'm so sorry. Oh no, oh no. Bunsen's burning. So, If I had to recommend a sniper to start with in Warzone, right now I gotta admit the Kar 98K is very beginner friendly. It's very accurate, does a ton of damage. It is a marksman rifle. You may. Wait, I have my phone on pause. Is there a ghost? Oh no, my babushka's coming back. She's trying to tell me, get the fuck off the games and go to bed, you silly Russian. No, I'm not Russian. Just kidding. Except I'm not. So, you know what, for this demonstration, I'll use Kar 98K. Other snipers that I would recommend, the SBR is one of the best I've ever used. Um, I hit a lot of shots with it. Now I think they nerfed it a little bit. It's not as useful as it was, but if you still want just a beginning sniper to get your accuracy down, this thing is your go-to. Now, when starting out with a sniper, you may, you're very well not going to have any sort of attachments. Okay, and this is alright. You can still hit shots, you can still get kills. You don't the attachments don't make the gun makes the attachments. Okay, without the gun those attachments would be useless. Without the attachments the gun would still work. Okay, I'll check too small of clip of cover. Delos, it's not happening. Okay, if this is all you're joining stream for, then please just go to bed. Okay, I will appreciate you not raiding chat if you're all you're gonna do is keep trying to get me to play something on stream. Okay? Watch it. Okay, I'm gonna close down chat then for my phone if you're gonna keep acting like this. So basically, when you're sniping, you know what, and I'll even for this demonstration I'll take off all attachments. And then I'll show you which ones you really want to focus on when you get in the higher ranks of your sniper. Because a good sniper doesn't make the man. The man makes the sniper. If you can hit your target, all this matters. So, when you start sniping and your sniper is getting leveled up, your sniper is going to go through what I call the crap sights phase, where for a very long time you get a bunch of sniping, a bunch of optics that don't magnify, and most of them don't help you snipe. Okay, if I had to recommend anything, until you get ones that zoom, don't use one. Iron sights will be just fine. I have done iron sights forever. Not really. Recently I've been using the 4 flip optic because it doesn't give a glint because I think the hollow sight in front of it, as well as, it zooms in as much as I need. I think the 7 times is a little excessive, but to each their own. I think the 3.0 may be fine as well. Fine, I'll leave. Then good night. But for this demonstration, I'm probably not gonna run any attachments. I'm just gonna go over some basic needs. There are a ton of videos also. If you want a good sniper class, like say you don't know which sniper to use, I would look up whatever the meta is. Warzone just buffs and nerfs a lot of guns each season, so it's gonna switch. Don't try to get too attached to each sniper because you never know. Unless you're trying to go for something like Damascus, you're probably not gonna want to try only using one sniper. Try having some options in case they add a really good one. So, usually, some of the barrel attachments that you start getting are, sort of okay. Really, in my opinion, tactical suppressor, it's somewhat useful, but never try to only use this. I'm sorry, most times when I get sniped at and I don't hear the gun, but I see the bullet, it is so much easier to track someone using the bullet than the sound, especially for someone who like me when I have my parents awake and I'm playing games, I can't have both earphones on my ears, and now I play like that all the time just for the fact that it's like I need to hear them or else I'll get grounded because apparently it's my fault that I can't hear. So basically, I would just do something that, keeps your recoil steady because the worst thing you can do is not kill an enemy first try and not be able to already send a second friggin' bullet down range. Barrels, I would do anything that increases your accuracy over distance, maybe buff your damage as well. Just because you are able to aim well, you still might want to be able to kill the person first bullet. The secret, the piece of, I mean, the element of surprise is a dirty mistress. Okay, so like for this gun, look at how worse these are. For a smaller thing, I mean, for a longer thing, you get so much more for less mobility. But let's be honest, when you're sniping, you don't need to run around. Just put away your gun when you're moving. Okay, because a sniper is not meant for up close. You can use it very well, but as it's just barrels, in my opinion, they somewhat matter, but not a lot. We've already talked about optic. Stock, these are pretty important. You want a nice, comfortable stock when you're sniping. These don't matter infinitely much, but some of them for some snipers actually do matter a decent bit. Uh, Perk, I usually would run FMJ. It gives you a lot of damage and doesn't actually like affect anything in a bad way. So all you're doing with a FMJ, Full Metal Jacket, as you Americans love your movies. Full Metal Jacket, it's such a useful thing. Usually, if you have that extra little slot, you don't really need any of the other attachments. I'd go for this. This really helps out. Rear grip, yes, definitely. Every now and then, it depends on what sniper, but I wouldn't use it on this. I would rather go for Merrill, muzzle, optic, perk, and stock. But a rear grip sometimes can be useful. And then there's another option, the foregrip. I always recommend that probably over the stock. Now for camouflage. Now in a game like Warzone, in my opinion, sometimes the camouflage doesn't really worry that much. You can usually see enemy moving anyways. You can tell because there's like a different art style to it. But technically, every now and then I'll get surprised because someone wears a camo. Now, I'll remind you, don't wear anything that won't work with where you're going to be. Most places in Warzone are a little bit more like dull, or gonna be very like green, luscious, or they're gonna be gray. Never go for something that's like this, okay? There's only like friggin' a sixth of your gun isn't visible if you're hiding on wall, and everything is visible if you're hiding in tree. If you're in something like this, I would find like a bush because look, most of your gun is green and then the rest is like a tiny bit of gray. You may be scouted, but not that bad. And the black really helps blend in with the bush. And then this is just completely horrible. Like what? There is no place in Warzone where you're in completely the water. I guess if you're like in the frozen part, maybe, but still, I don't think any operators of this color. You probably shouldn't be sniping on the ice as well. Woodlands have always been good. Desert, I'm not really too sure if there's any good areas for this camo. I probably would stay away from it. Really, if there's any place where you're going, marshland or modern woodland will do you just fine. But don't use something like Warcom Blues. You see, there is a outfit in the American, uh, I can't remember what branch of the military, but there is a military clothing choice, or they wore blue uniforms. But the problem with it was, where are you going to blend in? If you're in the middle of a forest, you're not gonna blend in with anything unless there's like a big rock. But even then, it's a little iffy. If you're in, like, say the mountains, it's a little bit better, but stay away from this. I couldn't say worse things. But camouflage does matter, but it really depends on, if you're trying to be sneaky or not. Charms, like the charm stuff doesn't matter as much. Technically, if you wanted full advantage, you may just want to steer as far away from the cosmetics as possible, or put like, just the good camouflages on it. I put a charm and some stickers just to make the game a little bit more fun. and give it, somewhat of my own touch. But I'm gonna use base car, just to give you a little bit of an idea that not you don't need all of the attachments like your friends may say. You need just the bare minimum that you can do, because really it just takes skill over all of your pretty shiny like camos. Now, secondary. This is almost as important as a sniper. People would say, what do you mean? You're going to be camping the whole game. You're not even going to be able to freaking use this if you're trying to level up sniper. But those people couldn't be more far from the truth. You see, the thing is, say if you're playing Battle Royale, okay, you get your loadout and you go find somewhere. You need to be able to check the area to make sure that there is no enemies within the vicinity. Because if they hear you sniping on the floor above them, they're not just going to sit there. They know that your main focus is on the field around you. So they're just going to come sneak up and do a finisher on you and embarrass you in front of friends. The best thing I could recommend is hold a strong secondary that makes the game for you. Now, when I look at secondaries, I like to go with a really decent pistol. Now, you could use something like overkill. It is a very good idea to use overkill when you're sniping, just because most of the assault rifles and SMGs are just 10 times better than a pistol. But the pistol does have its quickness, and say if you need to change position, it's probably a better idea to run with a pistol than a fully automatic weapon, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. Besides, if you don't like the way the pistol feels even on your first game, just pick up an AR, it'll be all hunky dories. So basically, I would stay far away from like the combat knife, sledgehammer, all the melees. Because if you're playing and you're holding a melee while you're sniping, you have one that's meant for long range, and you have close that you can literally kiss the person. Okay? It doesn't make sense. Why would you hold something that you have to be up close for when you're this far away? Even if you're breaching a building, you'd have to get the jump on the guy. And usually snipers don't have to worry about being completely quiet in the area that they are, because they make a vantage point out of anything and quickly are able to move around the map. So, my suggestions right now, like I said, mind you, they buff and nerf guns all throughout the season, and they add guns that could be way better, but as it is right now, I would say I would stay away from the 50 cal, just for the simple fact that you already have a sniper. You don't need the range of the 50 cal. It does do a lot of damage, but the amount of time it takes to recycle a bullet and fire is so slow that a friggin' assault rifle guy could literally come up and kill you faster than you could spend in 2 bullets downrange. Now, because it does a decent amount of damage, it is kind of hard to say that, because I think it cracks shield in one shot. I would use like an AMP, even though, in my personal opinion, I don't like the look of the AMP, but I guess technically it doesn't matter about looks. Uh, Skykov used to be good. I don't think it's very much worth using anymore. And I've heard that the M19 is coming back, but I think I'll just use Overkill because personally I don't care about running that fast. I can work with what I got. So perks, and I'll come back to secondary. I just gotta go through perks. So perks, you really want to spend a decent amount of time on this, okay? Because really it comes down to what do you do when you play and how do you play. Because quick flicks, if you kill someone, you can already start regenerating. This makes it really good because if you know you can secure a kill, but there's more people, this makes it so you have a better odds of killing people. Now, for a sniper, if you decide to stay back more instead of moving around the map, this may not really, do as much for you, but I personally like this. Kill chain increases your chance of finding kill streaks. really, it just doesn't really have that much. I mean, you could get UAV, that's fine, but to me, I don't really use UAVs that much. Cold-blooded, this is a very good one. This one is, if you're sniping, I recommend this. Scavenger, let's be honest. If you're sniping, you're not next to the guy who you're sniping. So Scavenger, like if you run out of ammo, have someone on your team that carries like a ammo resupply thing. Or you could just have it where it's like you carry the resupply thing. Reduce damage from this sort of stuff doesn't really apply because you're not, like I said, you're not in there. And even if they show a rocket launcher at you, if they already know where you are, it's probably not going to be the best idea to stay there anyways. This one also may be good. For me, I like to be able to run around the map and change position to get better vantage point. But if you were to like say my friends, sometimes it's not very good to have this. Ghost, this is, I love this for sniping just because it makes UAVs useless. Pointman, basically it just makes it so like say someone, it's not as useful unless you're playing team. If you're not playing team, then really just don't even worry about it. High alert, this one is very useful. Ghost and this one are like the two best ones for sniping, just for the fact that when someone's looking at you and you don't know, you can take cover before they even have time to send a bullet down there, and it's just so good. I recommend it for first time players when you're still getting the hang of figuring out what kind of areas people like to hang out in, what kind of areas you like to hang out in, and where all the bad spots are, because then you can check them better. But if you're an earlier player just starting out sniping, best thing you can use. Okay, this is awesome. Highly recommend it. You're gonna have to get used to the orangeness and realizing quickly that, oh, that means I'm in danger. But overall, great perk. Recommend it. Overkill, two primary weapons. I'm gonna be carrying this just to show you, like, basically, because if I'm being honest, when you start out the game, you don't have any of the pistols that are, like, good for carrying secondary. But I know you start off really quickly with guns like the M13. I'll use that one as a secondary. It's a really great starting gun. Hardline, basically, I don't use this. It's just a kill streak. Like, it makes it a lot easier to get stuff from a buy station. You'd have to get money, and your enemy drops the money far away. No real use. Restock, you're not gonna be using equipment that often, and if you do, like, and I would just use something else that gives you more equipment. Perk 3, this one is okay, because like tune up, this makes it where if you're playing a team-based game, it's pretty useful. You can raise your teammate real fast and get back in the action fast. Amped, I like this one in case someone tries to sneak up on me and I can hear them. I can turn around quick and pull out a gun before they can get to me. That's what I usually run. Shrapnel, this makes it where like you friggin' carry extra lethal and you kind of like stun people when you hit them with explosives. Battle harden, reduce strength of like flash stuns and junk, and immune to snapshot grenades, which basically give you away. It's okay. I wouldn't really use it that often. Spotter. This one is pretty good in case, you're in a high battle area where people are trying to set up traps. Very useful. And then Tracker. Enemies leave behind a footbound trail. It's like a red little boot track on the floor. Very useful if you're, say, using like a knife or something. I would definitely use this, but when you're using a sniper, I would only use this every now and then in case, like, say you're going in a place with a lot of buildings, with a lot of people, just so you know that if you're walking in somewhere, you may be in danger. But I would keep amped, it's just better. Throwing knife, This isn't good for sniping. I'll change this just for demonstration purposes. If you're being a sniper and you're gonna be camping a lot, I would definitely recommend a claymore, uh, or a C4, just so that way if you can hear someone coming in and you can time it right. Basically, it means that literally you can blow someone up before they can even touch you. Claymore, it does the job for you, but I'm pretty sure there's ways to avoid it. Grenades, you're not gonna be that close if you're really sniping to throw a grenade. They're not very effective unless you time it right. Molotovs, you're not gonna be close enough. Simtex, maybe, but I don't really think you're gonna be that close. Throwing knife, honestly, I may still just run this just for the fact that it's like I can hit people. Like, say if I'm breaching, I can just throw this real quick, and it instantly kills them or breaks their shield. Proxmine, mine. I do think that this is a good idea. This is another one of those things that be good for camping. And thermite, I would just stay away from these. These are like extras, but they don't really do too much extra. So I'm gonna stick with throwing knife. Actually, no. I said I'll go with C4. I can work with that. Now, the absolute best thing I can ever recommend is a heartbeat sensor. You see, these are okay. You're not really gonna be close enough for these. This is okay, but you know it's not very effective. This eh, in certain occasions, like say someone's shooting at you, it's okay. Decoy grenade, not very useful. If you are a trained ear, you can detect that someone threw this like from a mile away. Gas grenade, not like very effective. You're not gonna be close enough. But heartbeat sensor, it shows everybody within. I think it's like a 40 to 50 mile radius. Basically, what it means is, or meter radius, I'm not sure. I think it's meter. It basically means that if someone's in your radar, like close enough that like they can hear you or you can hear them shooting and stuff, it basically means like it'll show you where they are. Now there's a couple perks that like eliminate this, but barely anybody runs it because there's other more useful perks they can use. But I recommend this. This is perfect for breaching a building. Everything else doesn't really work that well for sniping at least. Definitely recommend this. Even if you're not sniping. I always run this. Always. Even if I'm playing like Battle Royale, I'll pick this up off the floor over anything. Definitely recommend heartbeat sensor. And now back to secondary. I wouldn't recommend shotgun. It's just they're not quick enough. LMGs, they get buffed and nerfed a lot. If you get one that beams real fast and kills really quick, use it, but otherwise no. You don't need two tac rifles, or you don't need one if you're using a sniper. You don't need two marksman rifles or a sniper. You don't need two snipers. You melee a riot shield, I can see that. That's a very strong backup, okay? That makes it worse. Say if you don't want to be shot while you're trying to take aim from behind, you basically just crouch with this on and you're good. Okay, I would recommend this maybe for new beginners, but at the same time, it kind of eliminates the breaching process. Like I said earlier, AR and SMG will be perfect for you. I would probably use something like the M13. It's very versatile. I haven't had any problems with it. It needs a little bit more damage, but you can increase that. They're all around recommended. Okay. I have never hated this gun. I just, at first, on my other account, I used to use the M4 because I got an airsoft version of it. But, oh no, was it the Kilo? No, I think it's either the M13 or Kilo is the one that you want to use. I think if you hit a start. Oh wait, no, this is from season 2. I don't know. I can't remember. Use either the kilo or the M13. I'll use the kilo because I think you start off with that one. You can look up attachment guides. I think I've been talking too much, and this one isn't as big as a sniper because that's what we're talking about. So now that you got your class, set it as favorite, so in case you go AFK real quick, it's a really good idea to have it. So you have that. Operator, it doesn't matter as much. I personally run this guy. Not very tactical, but if you wanted someone who is great for blending in any area, I would probably most likely recommend Hunter. Depending on where you're gonna be. Because if you are gonna be, I actually don't think Hunter's very good for many different areas. 1 minute. Now these are only gonna be off the Cold War guys, because that's what I have. Whatever, it doesn't matter that much. In my opinion, as long as you hit your shots, you should be fine. Sorry, I just want to see us real quick. We're almost there. Okay, so now that you got that, deciding the game mode, that really depends on your thing. If you don't mind having to wait a little bit to grab your sniper and you want to go for a satisfying win, I would recommend playing some Battle Royale or going to Rebirth Resurgence, because you can find loadout drops like everywhere later game. And even Rebirth, you find them really early in game. Definitely I recommend that, but if you just want to level up your guns and get a ton of kills and die, almost like you're playing multiplayer, go for Plunder. And besides, right now, look at it, 2 times XP, you get tons of XP. Tons. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna load into a game. I'll point out any tips that I see. I'll just play Plunder because I don't feel like having to wait to get a loadout. And then I'll play one game, go over a couple pointers mid-match, go over the baseline stuff, and then that'll be end of stream. Oy. Also, like I said, you can do this alone. Sniping is not very difficult once you get the hang of it. But I definitely recommend playing with friends just because sometimes it's good to have friends. Alright, we're back. Alright, so first tip I would recommend is if you're playing solo, I would recommend finding one area around the map, even if you're new, that you're comfortable with. Because this is where you're going to be staying all match, especially in Plunder, and it actually matters. But if you're playing like with a group, and I basically would very much recommend finding a couple different spots in every location that you are comfortable with using, just for the simple fact that when you're in solos, you spawn around the same location the entire match. When you're in a big party with lots of friends, you spawn around the map if you keep getting team wipes. So I recommend finding a couple places that are here and there, but all around you should be good. Now that you got your spot, we're gonna be landing probably around Storage Town. No, I think downtown's a little bit more calm. I can actually talk without having to be fully in there. And I can actually show off what it is to snipe, not what it is to get a lot of kills while sniping. So, I'm gonna jump for tallest building. Pull out my assault rifle mid-air, just so that way when I hit the ground, I can clear out real quick. and then get right back into the action just to, you know, make sure I'm fine. And look, there's so many people. Now, if you want just like a nice, satisfying kill game, a little bit chill, I recommend going to somewhere where you can see a lot of people going, but you don't have to worry about like dealing with tons of people, because all it is. Okay, well that's not a very good idea, you know. Maybe if you're just starting out with no attachments, probably not best to just jump right into people, but you know, it's really how good we are. I'll land on smaller buildings, just try to get a couple kills here and there. Besides, people are above us, and this really gives me a big opportunity to teach a little bit more. And so you got your spot, okay. You have one location right here where people can just walk up. Another one right here. People can always skydive. Another couple over here. And then you got a hot drop, which is a helicopter. People want that. So, I would recommend somewhere like right here. Because no one over here can see you, and you can hear when people are walking. You can just double tap, you know, to kill them. Or if you say, if they're coming over here, you can just turn around real quick. It's really a good area over here. You want a lot of cover too. You don't want to just have a big open area where people can just snipe you. So now that you got your spot, and now that you got your guns and your weapon, and you're just waiting for people, always make sure to check the map, listen to surroundings, use every single thing you can do, because really that's what it comes down to. Whenever you hear that enemy dropping nearby, always check your area, because the worst thing you could have is someone to drop down and instantly come and kill you. Now, I didn't see anyone dropping. Someone could have just sniped in midair. Tough luck. But I guess you're gonna have to. So, basically, once you're a fine person, like you saw me do, I noticed something went up, and I'm like, it's probably a dumb idea to look up like that. I thought that he was getting his teammate back, and then I realized this is Rebirth. And so I saw him doing something, and I looked for him. I found the guy I associated. Well, he's not a good guy because I have no teammates. It's time to lay action. I saw no other teammates, so there is no point in just waiting around. So I went for my mark.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Now, like again, you hear the enemy coming. You look around. Listen to make sure you don't hear the gliding sounds. Oh, there's a guy. Missed shot. It's okay. You're not gonna be perfect. So, basically, you take aim. You make sure you line up shot, because the first shot is most important. If you hit a headshot, you are almost golden. You're not always gonna get infinite aim, but the best thing you can do is try. So, basically, I killed him. Easy monies. Just had to work a little bit, but not that hard. And so, basically, now that you got your first kill, you're getting a little giddy. You're like, oh yes, adrenaline raising. Oh, there's a guy. He's going a little bit faster. Remember, never just aim directly on the guy if they're moving. You have to anticipate how fast they're going and how much time your bullet has to take to reach their location. Because if you aim on them, they're still moving. So if you shoot here, they're moving that way. Which direction they're moving? Oh, look, see guy coming back. Oh my god, lag. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so sorry for this lag. Oh my. I was literally, when I was aiming at him, he was moving back and forth. Here, I'm gonna go down. Oh my. Remember, for these types of situations, you still have backup ammo in case you can't just immediately go down in the correct. So now that you got your ammo back, got your stuff, everything's hunky-dory. You basically just keep looking for me. Remember, always keep checking around you for little opportunities to give you free kills. Now, since I haven't seen anyone in a little while, I'm gonna, I guess, break this. That was a very stupid idea, because now everybody knows where I am. Oh man. Okay, so that is what I recommend not doing. You see what happened there? I blew up a big old box, which caused a very opportune moment for a lot of people. One, the guy could sneak up on me without being heard because, you know, his footsteps were quieted by the amount of noise I just heard. The person in the bus could take cover because I couldn't really, he knew where I was, so he knew which direction to take cover. And basically, everyone in that scenario was like, I already had an advantage. So, right here, look at my situation. I was just spotted, someone was shooting me, and I am in a tiny little corner. He knows where I went. The best thing to do is, because I hear a chest, go over here. Get extra monies, you get a whole bunch of opportunities. What I would recommend, pick up your armor refill reserves, and pick up your stopping power, put them in your secondary, because they're always going to be in there and they do more damage. Now that I have the possible upper hand, I gotta analyze where he went, because he could be anywhere. He could be around the corner, he could be right behind me. You don't know. So you always check surroundings. I recommend running around with a fully auto weapon or your secondary, just because at this moment it has more damage than your sniper, as well as at the moment, like, you don't know where anyone is. And it's a little bit easier to swivel with a assault rifle than it is to turn a huge long gun with tons of counterbalances. Remember to check all the corners. Remember to focus on your senses, because God gave them to you for a reason. Now this couldn't have been any more perfect. I hear someone in the background making ruckus. I could do one of two things. I could try risking it and moving, or I could try looking in different directions where he could be. I pull out heartbeat sensor to see if I can get a blip. I don't see anyone yet. I move a little bit closer just because at this moment he's not in the vicinity, or at least I can't see him in the vicinity. You should always try to re-shield. I should have done this too. I can hear him around me. I look for a blip. He has the one perk on, so I can't see him. I know he's either above or below me, but bottom line is there's someone in the vicinity. I probably shouldn't try to make a lot of ruckus. Even though I probably am, because I'm a clumsy doofus. But, you know, bottom line is just try to keep it slow. There's no need to rush into something. Because remember, the worst thing you can do is underanalyze. Now right there, I just freaking full on hit a door. That causes tons of sounds, tons of little places that could make me noticeable. The best thing in this situation to do is not to panic. Because even though I did just cause a lot of ruckus, and he probably knows what I am, the best thing to do is take it slow, realize that he's still here, I still haven't died yet, I can still recoup from this.
An enemy team is hunting you. Stay alert.
So, I don't see him up here, I take cover, and I'm already being tracked. I don't know by who. I wish that they would tell you, or like even give you a heads up like, hey, someone's near you, but they don't, so I guess you gotta work with it. Now in this game, there's a little thing called sniper glint. This is what happens when you're using a scope that has over, I think, 3 magnification, 3 times magnification, and it's basically to let the players who don't use snipers understand that they're being spotted and they should probably move. Now, this is a very smart move for Activision. I think it's awesome idea. It makes it a little bit more fair for people who don't like sniping to be able to, do their thing. I got snapping power rounds again. Because I already have them in my other gun, I might as well load them in sniper, so in case I see someone, I can just quick snipe. Now, since that guy's still around here and I don't know where he is, I haven't heard him in a while, I think my best choice is to switch locations. He probably won't find me. I'm hoping I don't run into him. I'm just gonna keep as fast as I can to get to safety. Because remember, just because you may feel safe doesn't mean it is safe. The best thing to do is be able to make a safe location wherever you go. I hear shooting over here, and I see that there's 2 high armed targets. Now, this is a bad location to be. There's tons of people. There's tons of areas where I could be shot. But this also gives me an opportunity to make up my upsetness. Now, I think it's over. Yes, it's overtime. So now we have a limited amount of time to finish this match. People are in the skies, but I can't really, just snipe them. There's people right above me. Look on minimap because that really does help. So we know the guy is at least above us. Okay. That really helps 2 things. We have a location, we can hear what kind of gun he's using, and we can determine whether or not we'll win. We have full shield, we have stopping power rounds, and we have something that is just going down right now. The best thing we can do in this scenario is to look for him. He'll most likely be going for his cash because he just dropped that. Look on minimap.
The enemy trackers. Good work.
He's around us. You wanna take covers. Oh. Get the cover. That is how you take down an enemy. Okay, you wait for opportune moment. Never try spotting out enemy when sniping. You always want to have some sort of idea where he is, but never, ever try to rush. Because once you rush, that's when it all goes downhill. The best thing in any situation is to wait till the enemy reveals himself to you. You don't reveal yourself to enemy. Like that. You see, I could have gone for that cash grab earlier. Or, like doing what I was now, if I wait for the enemy to come to me, I got more cash than I will if I went through here. Now I could go for it. It's probably not a good idea to go rush for it. I'm gonna go rush away from the cash grab, because now people are gonna be looking for me. I mean, top 6. I'm gonna go hide. I'm gonna go recoup, get an idea of my surroundings, and recuperate, like I've already said. It's almost over, but it's still, you never want to intentionally die. I think I played that one pretty well. I think that I gave some good tips. Now, obviously, those weren't the best tips. I did a different Warzone video recently, the most recent one. I would definitely go check that out. I had some more points, but I'll make the last couple points at the lobby, and then I will end off stream. Okay, so there were a couple key points that I messed up. So, analyzing the thing, when I was going through it, I messed up a lot of parts. I was being very reckless and clumsy. I wasn't analyzing every problem that could happen within each action. And all in all, yes, it did work out, but it shouldn't have. And personally, that's not a very good thing, especially for stream. You know, when you're trying to teach someone that something's not always gonna happen very well, it's not very good to show them that something did good happen. I mean, something good did happen to you, but you know, bygones. So, if I had to say, oh look, there's your underbarrel bipod. That's the only thing. Never mind. I don't think that that's very useful in this idea. Oh wait, I'm getting message. Okay, well, that wasn't anyone. So basically, like you were seeing, I was making a lot of reckless mistakes. Like I exploded the one thing which led to my death. I kept peeking when enemies didn't know I was there yet, and that gave me away. I was doing a lot of that sort of stuff. I was hitting doors open instead of just opening them. Uh, Now, leaving doors open is okay. Yes, people can technically track where you went off of it, but if you're just going up the stairs and checking each door, then it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Just try to change the locations fast so, you know, if someone is trying to track you down, it's a little bit harder to figure out which way you went. Because they'll be like, oh, they opened up a door. Let's go through here and see if they're here. They hear footsteps, even though you may be on the roof. They'll be like, oh, they're probably on the same floor. So they'll check floor, and then they'll be like, okay, well, there's nobody here. And because they still hear those noises and there's a different door a floor above them open but not the roof, they'll be like, okay, maybe you're just above me. So basically, leave little hints behind that you were here but you aren't there now. Um, with your sniper. Now, if you were looking, it was taking me multiple shots to kill. Now, there were some instances where I got an instant kill, but that was because I hit headshots. Now, yes, if you trained enough, you wouldn't need attachments, but really, you're not always gonna hit a headshot. Humans have a tendency to change a lot. So, whereas your enemy could be walking in a direction 1 minute, he could also be changing directions the same second. Okay, so I had to be honest, I would not try to be Mr. I can hit headshots because it's not always gonna work. And besides, it's a smaller part of the body. So rather, instead of aiming for the middle of the chest, where if he does turn, it's still gonna hit him. Whereas the head, yes, if you are dead on the head, if he's tactical running forward, then change directions. His head's going from forward to straight up, so he's gonna be like, I'd say maybe a meter difference, or like half a meter difference, which is a lot when you're shooting a straight beam. So take that into consideration. Just I would put better attachments that instant kill or get close to it. So in case like say he's decently close, if you hit him, he'll be really low, and if he's close enough, just finish him off with your secondary, or just reload another round. Um, some other things were like that helicopter guy. I should have put more effort into him because yes, it didn't really matter in the long run. But if I would have just took my time to aim a shot, I could have got another kill, as well as I could have also been killed by him using the helicopter. Which also, if I did kill him, the helicopter would have crashed and exploded, bringing more people to my area. But that means they just had to, like, switch locations, and I then that means that people will be attracted there, and everything's okay. Um, Something else, basically, I would not recommend sprinting in places where you don't know or don't know where people were. Like at the end when I sprinted into that place with just a bunch of high target value people, it's not a very good idea to do that because you don't know where people are. You don't know what the area layout's gonna look like. There could be tons of dead bodies everywhere and be able to at least like camouflage somewhat. Or there could be like nothing and you're in an open room where the guys are just camping. So always take into account that nothing's ever guaranteed. Everyone can still pull something really fast. So another thing is I would definitely recommend having a stronger secondary, one that's fast but does a decent amount of damage fast. Because really, if something like that did happen, like when I was there at the end with the people with a lot of monies, if they kept coming around me and I was still close quarters like that, it's probably not a good idea to not have any attachments because I can probably lose a lot of gunfights like that. Besides, I took a lot of bullets to kill them. If they weren't as bad as players as they were, I probably wouldn't have been able to win and I would have died a lot more. But kudos to them for not playing the game very long. That's all the things I think I did wrong. Some things I did right was I did do some of those like taking cover. I need to work on it a little bit and definitely get better locations for it. I haven't really spent too much time on this game, but really there's a lot of locations that are great for sniping. Um, if you stay in like when I was sorry at the end when I was staying close quarters, that is a really bad idea. People already knew where I was. Like you saw, I moved at the very end because I was realizing these people I had seen before, and before they already knew where I was. They just weren't expecting me to still be there. I should have changed locations a lot faster because I really could have easily been killed by them. Also, when I shot a bullet, like a stray bullet for no reason, that was a really stupid idea because there's only one place that could be coming from where they were standing. So really, I would just be a little bit more careful. Um, yeah, that is day number one of your Warzone sniping training. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment, please subscribe if you haven't already. I don't do very consistent, I'm just gonna stop talking like that. I don't do very consistent uploads, but I do try to stream at least once a week. There is a new song coming out this week, even though I'm not sure if I got 2 likes between here. Actually, I could probably see because either way, I think I had a good idea for how the week was gonna go. If I go to noties, uh, so 2 days ago, one day ago. Oh man, I really should just put a comment down below because apparently when someone likes a comment, it tells me, but when someone likes a video, it doesn't tell me. So I think next time I do like a song thing, because there will be more like that in the future, I need to just put a comment. But as far as I know, I'll just give it to you guys. Y'all have a song coming out by at least next Sunday. Um, as the rules were from tomorrow, or I guess today. So Sunday, August 1st till I guess August 7th. You can be expecting a video, of me doing a music video. Um, yeah, enjoy that. I don't think I'm doing any more streaming this week just because the video is going to take a little bit of effort. I don't feel like I have enough time to just do a lot of streaming. Uh, yeah. Thanks, guys, and have a nice night.